Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another video. You already know what it is and you already know what it was. It's your girl Brittany. Hello. So yeah, this is the patch, like an emergency patch that I'm trying for chirology. So y'all, if y'all wonder what that is, that's what it is. But I just want to get on here and just share this with y'all, because with me walking with God and me spreading the gospel, I have to be truthful and I have to be honest. And I'm just in a place right now, like, where, God is definitely working in my life. He is definitely reassuring me things. He has definitely delivered me, from things. And it's just, I can't go to the next level in my life because I am still angry. I'm still bitter. I'm still hurt. I'm still mad. I'm still upset. And it's like days where, I'm good, or even weeks where I'm good and I feel like, I'm over it. It's like the devil just comes in and just take all my joy and all my pain away. He bring up the past and things that happened so that I cannot move forward in my life. And that's how I know that, a breakthrough is definitely on the way and that God is definitely working. But I have to allow him to work. But I have to get over this pain and this hurt that I feel. And I know it may not seem like a big deal to some of you guys, but it's a big deal to me. This is like the worst pain that I have ever felt in my life. I experienced pain like my grandma died. I was hurt. I was more hurt and sad, but I knew that, she was in a better place, so I knew that everything was gonna be all right. But it's when I experienced the hurt and the pain in my marriage where it's hard for me to say that everything is gonna be good and it's gonna be all right. Like, it's just like the worst pain, to ever feel, to just know that you love someone more than you loved yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you gave them the world, and you just, you was faithful. You was the person who you thought that you should have been, even though you still had flaws. I still had flaws. I still had things that I was dealing with, that was not brought to my attention to after the fact when God started to deal with me. But it was just that, I was doing the best that I knew how to do because how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't grow up in a household where, it was, love your husband, you know what I'm saying? Be submissive to your husband, love your wife like you love the church. It was always chaos. It was always toxic. It was, but it was love, in their eyes, and that's what I experienced growing up. So yes, I did, talk to him any kind of way. I did want to be the alpha, female, or, the dominant one. I did want to feel in control of everything. I did want to be the breadwinner because that's what I was taught. That's what I saw. My grandma was like my biggest role model, and that's what I saw. My granddad was an awesome provider, as far as, just making sure everything was done around the house, making sure that, because he couldn't work, because he had gotten in a bad accident. But he did everything that my grandma asked, and, she didn't have a problem with that. She worked, she went to work, came home, did whatever she had to do, and my granddad did whatever he had to do, whether he had to get out there and wash cars. They had a little business on the side. He did everything that he had to do as a man. So she never made him feel less of a man, you know what I'm saying? But she just always was in control. And that's what I thought, you know, even though they wasn't married or anything, that's what I thought that, you know, love was. But they argued and they fought all the time. You know what I'm saying? So as growing up, and my mom and my dad did not stay married, they got divorced. And just all throughout my life, I just thought that, hey, you know, I can talk to a man however I want to talk to, and he gonna do whatever I want him to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, you know, it was working for me. But we kind of clashed, you know, all the time, because I couldn't talk to him, you know, the way that I seen my grandma talk to my granddad, do my granddad, because that's why we was always arguing and fighting, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he was, you know, from the streets, and I wasn't from the streets, but, you know, the people that I grew up around, you know, lived in that type of environment. So, you know, yeah, so that's me. You know, I was just, like I said, I didn't realize, you know, that, hey, you know, you need to let your husband, you know, even when he tried to take control or whatever, I didn't allow that, because, you know, hey, it's what I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work around what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, I'm not working around what you doing. I'm working around what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to work around what I'm doing. And you know, that just was my mentality. But it was when the and he always been this person that, hey, you know, I felt like, hey, you know, he was from the streets, I wasn't from the streets. I had friends, I had, you know, cousins, you know, people that I hung out with, you know, and he felt like, since he gave up the streets, that I was supposed to give up whatever I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Not like I was, you know, really hanging out, but that caused problems as well, because, you know, as a wife or as a girlfriend at the time, you know, you want me to stay home under you, you know what I'm saying, when I want to go hang out and do what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people all the time, you know, especially when they're young, to live your life, because that's a hard, you know, life to live, you know, especially when you haven't lived your life. And when you get older, you start experiencing that, hey, I want to live my life. And you so used to being in the house and being up under him, you know, as y'all get older, y'all start to realize, like, okay, like, dang, you know. But enough of that. That's just the backstory. It's just, I wasn't the best wife, he wasn't the best husband, but I never, ever, ever cheated on him. You know what I'm saying? I never even came close to cheating on him. I never even gave nobody my phone number. I never secretly talked to nobody through no emails. I never did nothing. Like, I honestly, and God is my witness, I never did nothing. I mean, it was a little flirtatious in a way, but not in a flirtatious way to, well, you know, hey, what's up? You know, I like you or whatever, but I know you can't. It was never nothing. I never did nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why it hurt me, you know what I'm saying, so bad, because, you know, when I found out, you know, at first when I found out, I was, you know, I was hurt, you know, and I was like, okay, you know, we gonna get through this, you know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like much at first, you know, and then, you know, the second time, you know, it happened, it was just like my whole world had ended. You know, it's like my whole world ended. Like, it's like I couldn't go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad that you feel this way sometimes. And I see why people commit suicide, and, you know, why people, you know, when they go through breakups, you know, do the things they do, because if you don't know God, you know, you will go to those type of situations. Like, I was angry. I was hurt. And when you angry and hurt and all those feelings at one time, it's just a disaster, you know. And Like, I just could not believe, that I was going through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe, that I was experiencing this in my life. I could not believe it. And it's literally a pain that won't go away. And it's like I'm hurting myself over and over and over again because I'm trying, to just let go and move forward. And it's like God keep telling me, trust me. Trust me, and I just can't seem to look past what was done. It's like every time I try to, like, how I say when the devil see that the house is clean and you're doing good, he come back with 7 more demons. And that's what happened. I be doing good and I ignore it, and I just try to look past things, and he come back through, and it's just like all hell breaks loose. And it's like I turn into this person that I don't want to be. And and it's because I'm still hurt. It's because I'm still hurt. And this hurt is causing me to be angry. It's causing me to be bitter, frustrated, and it hurts. It really hurts. No matter how much he say sorry, no matter how much he try to do to fix it, it's like you should have never done it. And then you did it a second time. So it's like, no matter how, what you say, I'm not gonna believe you. I'm not gonna ever trust you. And it's like I do it to myself every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man could be minding his business, and I just, looking at his phone, and I just automatically just come up with all types of stuff. And it's like I'm hurting myself every single time. And it's like God just said, let it go. Let it go. And I feel like that's why I cannot prosper in what God need me to do and what he want me to go, because I cannot let go of this hurt, this pain, this betrayal. I just cannot let it go. I honestly, and every time I think about how how Jesus knew that Judas was finna betray him, and he still loved him. He still cared for him. He didn't treat him no different. And it's like, how do you do that? And I'm just like, I want to be able to just let go and move on in my life. And I'm trying, and I'm trying, and I'm praying, and I'm trying, and it's just like the devil just would not let me win. And I gotta stop letting the devil win. I gotta push forward, and every time I think about it, I'll be like, why did I go through this? Like, God, why did you take me through this? And I just remember that it's all for a purpose. I can turn this pain into purpose. But in order for me to turn this pain into purpose, in order for me to be able to help other people, I have to heal. I have to heal first, so I can show other people how to feel or how to heal. And I'm trying. I am trying, and I'm just, I'm like, you got to get right. So I said today, is going to be the day that I'm coming strong after everything that I believe that God is going to do. And I'm going to hold on to it. I am going to fight this devil. I cannot keep letting him win. I'm finna put on my full armor of God, and I am finna run. I'm finna run. Because I cannot keep letting this pain and this hurt keep attacking me and keep trying to hold me down. I'm not getting nowhere. And God keep blessing me. He just keep blessing me. But in order for me to be what God need me to be and what he want me to be, is some things that I gotta let go. And it's this hurt, this bitterness, this jealousy, you know, and I didn't even know it was jealousy, but just to see other people happy, you know, and to see other people in love, it just makes me bitter and jealous, you know. And it's like, I gotta let that stuff go. So this is a step of going forward. This is me telling my story. This is me seeking God over and over again, and begging and pleading for help. So I just want to share this with somebody to just let y'all know that God is working out everything for your good. And we just have to trust him. If we cannot trust God, we are going to continue to feel hurt, feel betrayed, feel angry, feel bitter, feel jealous. We are going to continue to feel all those emotions that we shouldn't be feeling. And that's because we don't fully trust him, and we're not fully giving our problems over to him. And I'm here to tell you today, right now, at this very moment, that I am giving it over to God, and I'm letting him deal with it. And I'm going to keep moving, and I'm going to keep pressing, and I'm going to keep fighting this devil, because he cannot have my joy, he cannot have my peace, he cannot have my family. That's why I tell people, marriage is not for the weak. You have to be willing to fight. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, if y'all are not meant to be together, y'all are not meant to be together. If it's abuse, you know, physical abuse, you know, verbally abuse, yes, definitely seek help, get help, you know, move, you do what you got to do, what the Lord wants you to do. Because that's one thing about it, he's not a God of confusion. So don't think that you have to stay in a marriage and you're being abused. But sometimes in marriages, when things don't look how we want them to look, or things don't go how we want them to go, we have to continue to fight. And when God no longer wants us to fight anymore, he will let us know. And I keep, you know, asking God, like, what should I do? Like, you know, say, I need you to reveal anything that this man is doing. I try and I look for stuff, and then when I don't find stuff, I get angry, I get upset. And who's to say if he is doing something, if he's not doing something? But God, whatever it is, God don't want me to find out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, every time I ask him, it's like he just said, be still and know that I'm God. Trust me. And even if it's not meant to be, it's not the season right now to give up. It's a season to keep fighting. And that's what I gotta do. I gotta let this go. And I just want to share that with y'all, because I am battling, you know, this, and I know there's somebody else out here that's battling out, and I want y'all to not give up, keep fighting, and keep y'all faith, because I'm going to not give up. I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to keep my faith. And I just want to share that with y'all. Make sure y'all seek God, you know, seek him with all your heart, and keep him first in every single thing that you do. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope that this story helps somebody. Like, you're not alone, you know. You're not going through this for no reason. You know, God is always with you. And y'all have a wonderful day. Be blessed.